Hey, what's up guys, Pelican here. So I wanted to show off the deck I played today. I went ahead to a case tournament today. We split top 4. I was playing ELDLICH branded because branded fusion is really good and it works really well with this deck, and I'll explain why when we get a little further into it. And right now ELDLICH is kind of smashing. Still a solid deck to play, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So we're playing 2 ELDLICH. This is pretty standard. If you have this one, play this one. It looks better, but you'll draw it more, but he looks a lot better, so at least you're happier about it. I'm playing 2 Kit. This is literally just a search branded fusion. Yeah, and it also lets you put back an ELDLICH so you can resolve Sanguine if you need to, which is really nice. You could also just play Aliber. It's the same shit. This one just, yeah, I don't have Aliber. I play 2 Fallen of Albaz so we can resolve branded fusion more than once, and also drawing this card isn't horrible. It helps you clear boards. And that's it for literally, that's all the monsters I play. For the spells, we're playing 3 Cursed Outland. You always want to see this card, especially at Branded Fusion. With Branded Fusion, this card's busted. But this card lets you just search your Golden Land spells or traps, and then it gives you access to cards. Maybe you need to get a Golden Lord in hand, who knows. I'm playing triple Extrav. I don't really like this card, but it was the only card I had. You're going to see that this deck's more of like a budget list, and you'll see what I mean as I continue to go through it. But yeah, this card is definitely super strong, and the extra deck kind of reflects how I play it, but I always sided this out for games 2 and 3 usually, unless maybe if I went first, if I was trying to put in more floodgates, but most of the time this card is getting sided out. I'm playing triple branded fusion. This card's absurd, and the reason why this engine works so well with this is because it lets you send Golden Lord to the grave for one of the materials, so that really helps. Yeah, that's it. And that's it for the spells. Opening branded fusion is really good, and even getting you a kit's pretty good too. And we're playing pretty standard triple Sanguine. You have to play that. Triple Conquistador and double Huquero. I always end up siding one of these guys out too because it's one of the easier cards, like 2 side out. But yeah, this is the standard ratio you guys should be playing. And this is what worked for me today. I only bricked once, and that's when I drew both my fucking Golden Lords because this deck is annoying sometimes. And then we're for the floodgates, we're only playing Rivalry, and there can be only one. I don't own Skill Drain, so I'm not playing it. If I had it, I'd probably be playing it. Then we're playing Triple Solemn Strike, which worked out really well. This card was really good. Torrential Strike is always an FTK against a whole board. It never matters. Then we're playing Triple Torrential Tribute. This card's insane. Will always be insane. In top 8, it won me my game 3 against Dragon Link. And yeah, and then for the last 2 cards, I'm playing Dogmatic of Punishment. I don't really like this card. I just didn't really have another choice. But still a solid card all around, which is really nice. And that's it for the main deck. And for the extra deck, we're playing triple Mirrorjade and triple Albion. These are the most important cards in your extra deck, which is why we're playing 3 of each, so we don't banish them all with Extravagance. That's what's kind of important. And then we have Natis, which is another card we're sending off of Mirrorjade. And since Mirrorjade sends for cost, it's always good. And if you don't need to send Natis, you can send another Albion, so you can search for another branded fusion. And Punishment kind of conflicted with like sending this, which kind of sucked, which is the reason why I didn't like it as much. And then for the last ones, they're just super poly targets. And it's Weather Washer, Starving Venom, Dragostapelia, and Mud Dragon. I made all these. I didn't make this one actually, but I made these 3, and whenever I did, they were good. I took someone's DPE away, and it was wonderful every single time. And that's it for the fusions. Playing Pallades and Super Dreadnought, and then Meow Meow for cherries. And I wanted to put more cherries targets. I kind of threw this deck together at the last second, but it ended up working out really well. I heard that it's better to play the Doodle, but I liked this. It required them to have an extender. But this if you hit that with cherries, it makes it to where they have to have poly plus another prank kid or pranks, and most of the time they don't. So that was really nice. And Nightmare Phoenix is really good. I would definitely change the extra deck up a bit. And then for the side deck, same thing I kind of threw together. Dark Pool and No More, it worked. It did exactly what it needed to do. Maybe I would cut it for another Floodgate, but I like this card. I only have 1 Droplet, so I didn't want to just play 1 Droplets. So this card was really nice, especially because I kept playing against a lot of big board decks. Then we're playing Super Poly. This is the best card the entire day. It won me so many games just by itself, just being activated. Crazy card this format, plus this deck's extra deck doesn't fucking matter, so you can always do that. And then we have triple D Barrier. This card is same shit. you just flip D-Berry and you basically win against almost any matchup that you put it in against. If not, you're stunning more than half their turn, which is really nice. And I only had one anti-spell, so I played one anti-spell. In the future, I'd probably play more anti-spells, like 2, and then find another 2 of to play. But I only had 1. And I drew it when I needed it, but it got Twin Twistered, but the Torrential saved the day. And then we're playing Triple Cherries. I would pick these up now. This card's really good. Even right now it is, especially in my Eldritch deck. I would definitely probably play Zombie World instead of these. Zombie World's super strong right now. It hits a lot of matchups and it works out really well. But I would definitely pick these up, and because your extra deck really isn't tight at all for this, you can basically cherries whatever you want. And then Tuna Biru. This card sucked ass and I wouldn't play anything else over it. But yeah. That's it for the deck. Like, the deck performed really well. I only bricked like once. I went X1 and that was it. I only lost because I bricked against Virtual World and he banished both my Golden Lords game 2. But yeah, deck is super strong. This deck probably costs less than, like, I want to say like $100. So if you want a competitive deck, I would definitely try this out. You don't have to do it for card, but you know, most of the staples like Torrential Strike, Rivalry are all really cheap. But yeah, that's about it. See ya.